My name is Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about bone glue. So this is called Tetronite, and this is an adhesive bone repair that is used with the calcium and amino acids that are in our body. And there's also a secretion that is taken from sea barnacles, the same thing that allows the sea barnacles to attach itself to the sea floor, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is the first bioreabsorbable bone adhesive. So, as you know, we have, dermal adhesives, but this is the first bone adhesive that has instant adhesive strength. So some of its advantages that doctors have struggled with adhesives is it's injectable, so it can be injected directly into the bone. It works in liquids, which is great because there's a lot of liquids in our body. It is biocompatible because it uses the calcium amino acids. It works directly with our body instead of against. And like I said earlier, it provides immediate load-bearing adhesion. The things they want to look for using it is broken bones to help stabilize those metal orthopedics implants that are often used for fractures, and helps the augmentation of the structure of the bone. So like I said, one of the main uses they want to use for Tetronite is fracture fixation. So it can bond bone to bone or metal to bone, which is great because a lot of patients don't really react well to all the implants for fractures, like the metals and screws and the plates. So if we can use bone to bone, that would be ideally the best solution, but that's not always the case. So sometimes they can use the Tetronite with metal plates, maybe reduce the amount of screws. So basically just trying to reduce the amount of interventions that are used surgically. So, and since they are looking for faster post-op recovery, hopefully, and also permitting earlier rehabilitation or faster rehabilitation for earlier return to function. Another use they want to use Tetronite for is osteoporosis. So as you guys know, osteoporosis is a degenerative bone disease that happens when the creation of new bone doesn't keep up with the removal of the old bone. So there's a cool picture of showing what osteoporosis actually looks like. It actually affects over 10 million Americans, so a pretty good chunk, mostly females. And 50% of the people that suffer from osteoporosis actually have a related fracture due to this. So this would be something that could hopefully prevent this. And the way they want to test this is with NASA. So as you guys know, that astronauts experience a lot of physiological changes with their bodies from not being able to weight bear. So they have that gravity there's no gravity, of course. So they lose bone loss, or they lose bone density. So they thought this would be the best environment to create the osteoporosis like bone loss. So what they did is they created this experiment on the ISS, or the International Space Station, and they had different sets of bone cultures that they would inject the Tetronite into, and then they would freeze it and have it return to Earth sometime this January. And a bio haven't actually gotten the results back, but I don't know if that they have, and they just haven't released the information. So that was kind of a downfall. I didn't actually have the results from that trial, and since that, I thought that was a really cool opportunity to create the osteoporosis without actually occurring. So the current application is only being used on animals. It's not FDA approved yet, so they don't have a price, nor would it be covered by insurance at this point. But I think what they would need to do in order to approve this trial, or approve the Tetronite, is they would need to figure out what it would take. It says it's immediate load bearing, but I think they would need to figure out, I don't think if they applied it to a femur fracture, they could go out and walk around. So I think they would need to figure out the numbers and how long it actually takes to return to play before they could actually get this approved and start doing human trials. And that's it.